Just go after your dreams and goals. Don't second guess yourself. If there's a passion inside of you or something that you want to do, but scared to do it, go after it. There's no bigger regret in life than just not going after what you wanted to do. So definitely do that, and just take the leap of faith, man. It'll go a long way. I'm telling you, and don't let anybody else talk you out of your own vision. So God has gave you a vision that only you can see, and it's not meant for anybody else. So
Welcome to another episode of The Big Bang, brought to you by Kingdom Culture, and I'm your host, Poet Presley. I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors at Got Success. Make sure you check out GotSuccessStore.com for everything success. Today, I'm super excited. Today's episode, we're going to go into detail about good character, but more specifically, the fruit of the Spirit, right? So some of the fruits of the Spirit is going to be love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Today, I have a iconic guest on our show. He embodies all of those things. Chris Knowles, he has an impeccable character. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's grown multiple businesses. A lot of you all may know him for his company, True Friends, which he's franchised. He has a location in Tampa and St. Pete, Nashville, Clarksville, Tennessee, but he's also a real estate investor, and he's also developing a new business that he has going, and it's called Park City. It's going to be a truck stop, right? A full service truck stop. I believe it's in Goodlettsville, right? And just an amazing guy. He was recently inducted into the Forbes Business Council. There's not too many people that I look at that I'm like, man, this guy right here inspires me. But Chris Knowles, what's up, brother?
hey, man, thanks for having me. Excited to be here for sure.
Yeah.
Been working with you for a couple of years now, man, and it's always good to work together and love to see you grow along with myself. Good things to come for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm super thankful to have you here. You know that I always tell you that, but I'm more excited for the guests. So get out your notepads, open up your iPhone, take notes, because this is going to be detrimental to your success in business. So I want to get started. And the first thing that I want to touch on is I want you to tell us the importance of having good character as an entrepreneur, right? So everything that you've built, even True Friends, even the name, right? Why is it so important to have such a good character and possess those qualities as an entrepreneur?
Oh yeah. So I mean, as a business owner, as a local, service business, it's super important to have character in your business because there's lots of companies that come up, and come and go day and night, last couple 2 or 3 years. But man, we've been in business 11 years, and we couldn't do that without having quality character. Anything you do comes to light eventually. So day in, day out, living the right way, living for the word, living for making sure you're taking care of your people. If something goes wrong, you got to make sure you take care of them, even in that event, and just staying on your word. That's really all we can do as a man, as a father, as a husband. Just put that first, man, and everything else will just fall into place.
Yeah, and like you said, nobody's perfect, right?
Yep.
So I think it's fundamental that you possess those characteristics. But how did that start for you? How did you get to this point to where you're like patient, you're like balancing all these things, building multiple locations, and every time I've seen you, you're super kind.
Being super calm is a superpower, really. It's something that man, some of my team look at me like, wow, I can't believe you're calm and collected at a time like this, man. When the place could be burning down, I'm just like, all I can think about is like, what's the solution? I'm a solution-based entrepreneur, so like I just want to know what should we do next, and usually just comes to mind maybe through prayer, meditation. I mean, definitely working out every day definitely helps, man. That's my stress reliever. When I start my day training at 5:30, the rest of the day, kind of goes smooth from there. Yeah. So I look forward to challenges. That's one of the most exciting things about my day. Is the fires that I may have to put out, the making sure everything runs smoothly, and over the years, it's just gotten easier and easier. And the things that may, drive one person over the edge, it makes me just more dialed in and more focused on doing the next right thing.
Right. What do you think is your top characteristics characteristic that defines you?
Top characteristic, definitely driven. Just
Mhm.
driven, man. Always driven for more. I mean, I came from really nothing. Little
Mhm.
small town, single mom, was, always working. So seeing what I didn't have, seeing not having a father to look up to, not having that, I knew what I didn't want. So I wanted to be that and more, when it comes to being a business owner, like I said, father, husband, boss, leader, friend, whatever it is, man. I just seen what I didn't want at a young age, and every day I just drive to, to be that next level of that person that I desire to be.
Yeah, and I tell a lot of people you come from the school of hard knocks, like you
Definitely.
said, right? Tell me a little bit about that. Like, how did you grow up? Like, you didn't, and I'm not sure all the way, but
Yeah.
I want to say that you got your GED. I'm not sure.
So I went to, long story short, I went to school in Macon, Georgia. That's where I'm
Mm,
from. I actually got expelled in ninth grade. So literally have an eighth grade education.
mm,
I was from just living a rough, childhood, and not having, I guess people available to keep me on track. So I kind of raised myself. I mean, at 14, not, having to go to school. I mean, all I had was free time. So I was just getting in trouble, doing the wrong things. I learned a lot of ways how to live the wrong way. So, it took me probably a few years of doing that, man, to get on track. It honestly took me leaving that city to know I was determined for bigger and better things, to get away from my surroundings and the friends that I were associated with. So I looked for love and to be belong to different groups in that city, and it just was the wrong way. So
right.
I had to get away and just find myself, find my purpose, find my passion that I wanted to go towards. And like I said, it took me moving away. And then once I did, man, I saw there was so much more to life. There was so much more culture out there than what I knew. The people, was just more inviting, friendly, and just gave me more of just a growth mindset. And then at that point, man, I started getting into health and fitness and reading. So just really personal development, self-development. Like, even though I'm not big on like, traditional education, I'm
Right.
huge on education in general.
Right.
I
Right.
love reading. I love like self-help. I love,
Right.
driving, any type of growth into my self business, family, and those around me for sure. So that's kind of where I come from there, um, from there,
Yeah.
man, moved around from city to city. We went from San Diego to Las Vegas, and then landed in Nashville about 15 years ago.
Mm,
Actually met my wife, and we've been together ever since. So we're coming up on our 16th year
mm.
here in a few months. So
Big
that's
ups.
exciting. Yeah, once I got to Nashville, man, I knew I was home. I was back in the South, so I could just relate to people better. It was just a town that was blowing up with culture and growth. So man, it's somewhere that I felt home and knew I could grow.
Yeah.
You know,
Bro, that's amazing, dog. Eighth grade
eighth grade
and everything
education.
that
Yep.
you've done, the favor and the blessing is on you, Chris, and it's your character. One thing that I want to say is that the Bible says that when you possess these characteristics, there is no law. So it tells us that if I can be patient, if I can be loving, if I can be kind, if I can have self control, if I can have goodness, I can dominate, right?
Yep.
So that's how it's transpiring into everything that you do. Now, what I want to touch on, man, your story's so amazing. And like even sitting here now as you talk, I'm like, man, Chris is super
There's so
turned.
much more to fill in the blanks too in
Yeah.
between, stuff people wouldn't even believe, but
Mm,
man, that's long story short, but
right.
it's definitely exciting. I love looking back, man, knowing where I came from, and more importantly, showing other people like you can come
You
from
can
here and
do it.
still do
You
it,
can do it.
just changing your mindset really is
Mm.
key.
So it's amazing that you say that. What I want to touch on is your belief, right? And your confidence and to turn your ideas into your reality.
Mhm.
What is it that you do? How do you stay in this state to know that, okay, Park City, that's it. I thought it, I got the idea. Let's
Yeah.
sit. Where do you, how do you get to
Man,
that point?
so the power of manifestation is real, man.
Yeah.
Believing in what you're saying, like speaking life into your words and your future,
Mhm.
like you know, having dreams so big that you have to become the man to be able to achieve them. The things that I'm looking to do in the future, I'm not even, equipped to do those yet. So I'm
Right.
just learning as I go, honestly. That probably scares most people, and why most people don't take the leap or jump, because they're just not sure. And but me, I'm the type that'll just jump off a cliff and build the plane on the way down.
And you know what that is, right?
Yeah.
That's your faith.
Faith. Exactly. Yeah. Hell yeah. Having faith, man. Yeah. Even starting the moving business. I mean, so I had a great job. I was working at Dell, Fortune 500 company. I mean, I was doing well. 6 figures, always a leader in that space, but I was capped. I had a glass ceiling. Even though I was crushing it, I was doing good, but I knew I could do better. And at a place like that where I was capped, I knew I was meant for more. So I'd worked for a moving company one summer in my hometown, and I was like, man, I want to own my own one day. And then once I had a little bit saved up, I decided to buy a little moving truck, start a moving company. What's funny, like my wife and like friends around me were like, are you kidding me? You're going to quit Dell to be a mover? Like, people just couldn't believe it. And man, I'm glad I went after it. Clearly, we've made a freaking powerhouse of a company. And for the last 11 years, I mean, we've grown into a staple brand,
Literally.
scalable brand, and just gets better every year, really.
Yeah, like literally dominating best nationwide true friends.
Oh man, we've been doing well. Blessed for sure with
Super
that
blessed.
group. With the group of people I have, I mean, those around me, man, I couldn't do it without the team. I mean, it took that initial leap of faith, but I mean, without a team and the people around me, I mean, we wouldn't be where we are today for sure.
Chris, you're flowing, because the next thing I wanted to go into is, with you having this impeccable character, right? How do you employ that with your employees? Like, what are you fostering? What does that environment look like, right?
Yeah, so I took what I learned in a corporate environment and actually, implemented it into a moving company. Building the culture, building the brand, building our tenets that we just stand behind, and the colors, the lingo, the verbiage, what you see online, what you see offline, everything's got to flow together. And it takes a special kind of person to be a true friend. And we probably hire slower than most, because we're looking for those the special types of guys and gals at this point that add value to our team, that can have the same beliefs, have the same attitudes, that's going to carry us to the next level. Because really, we're only as strong as our weakest link, and we've got we're always constantly evolving and growing and trying to get to the next level. And it takes pouring back into your team consistently.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, they're super blessed to have you around.
Likewise.
Real talk.
Likewise, man. I learned a lot from them. I mean, from me not having a father as a young adult, the 95% of my employees are young males. So being able to give back and pour into them and show them the right way, show them if they, do these things, they can level up. And like, even though I love these guys, I mean, they turn into family, we still stay in touch. But when you're moving, unless you're moving up to a management position, it's usually not a long-term career, so I enjoy seeing these guys, helping these guys over to their next levels, even if it's not with me, because these guys have gone on to do great things themselves, start being entrepreneurs, and I still stay in touch with them. I just, that's one of the best benefits of where I'm at today, and being able to work with those young males.
Hear me prophetically. I just had an idea.
Yeah.
I see a nonprofit coming for you.
Yeah,
With
I
that,
see it.
I see that nonprofit. I don't know exactly what, but I'm picking that up in the spirit that you will have a nonprofit and you will do that. You're already doing it, right? What I'm thinking now, Chris, is, are there any like real life examples where you've literally helped someone, young male, that's probably in a situation like yourself, but him coming to true friends, showing up on time, developing certain characteristics, certain behavioral patterns where you shifted them, oh man, they may have moved for us, but I changed his life.
Absolutely. I mean, we've taken somebody from a mover to a manager to a dispatcher to their own location. I mean, we have a growth plan.
Did you do that with Tampa?
Yeah, with Tampa.
That's what you did that?
Exactly. So that's exciting. But even outside of people like internal, like I've worked with tons of moving company owners around the nation, really. And man, I'm almost like a mentor to some of these guys. I don't even charge at this point, but probably gonna get there at some point. But man, I love just pouring back into these guys, because I remember when I started out, I was naive, and I reached out to a couple of company owners, and they took me in, and they were like, showed me the ropes. So I wanted to always do that to the next person.
Yeah.
To me, man, I have an abundance mentality. So there's no competition out
gotta
here.
what?
I'm not hoarding anything. I'm not keeping anything like secret, man. I want to help everybody and lift the whole industry up.
That's hard. That's hard. Say it again. You have an abundance mentality.
Abundance mentality.
So
That's
you're
right.
not hoarding.
I'm not like, keeping any secrets from anybody, man. We
Ain't no gatekeeping.
yeah, we've got a whole mastermind that we work with, man, with like moving company leaders across the country, and we get together twice a year. We get together every week, really, but twice a year we actually meet in person and deep dive into our books and marketing, all practices, and all just help each other level up, man. And that group, that's my tribe, and I look forward to meeting with them and vibing with them, weekly for sure.
Yeah. Right now my mind like racing. I'm like mogul. That's what I think of. But okay, a lot of people know that you're dominating the moving industry, right? So everything that you built with True Friends, how is that trickling to the real estate? Because you do that too. You've been doing that for years, and it's just now, okay, He does that too. I know you're going to look, what's the guy name? Mark Spain or something? You see him every bill. I honestly see you in that light. I know it's going to happen, right? How is your character and your values and everything you built with True Friends, how are you applying that towards the real estate? And I want you to touch on Park City.
Okay. So, Park City, so we got into this space by an accident, actually.
No, it's not by accident. You blessed. It's favored.
Yeah. I looked for new opportunities. So I'm always looking for, new ways to expand, new ways to add value to our own clients, but more, and also just bolt-ons to what we're doing currently. So a couple of years ago, I bought a storage facility in Clarksville, actually.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it had some flex space warehousing, retail warehousing, and also truck parking. So I didn't really know much about it, but it added 26 parking spots for semis. Leased them all up, renovated the property, brought it up to value, and just stabilized it. And then still to this day, we get calls daily like, "Hey, do you have any extra truck spots?" So I'm like, "Man, we need more parking. I need to look for more opportunities for this." So last year I found another one in Clarksville, another big property. It's like 9 industrial acres. Big warehouse. So was able to find that. Finally got it to a point now where it's approved for what we're gonna use it for, and it's under development. So that's exciting. Huge trucking space, man. One of the biggest demands for truckers right now. One of the biggest problems is truck parking.
Right.
So to be able to add value for that and give back to that. Man, that's huge. I'm looking forward to that space, and it's super scalable too. So I can see this once we get this stabilized, just keep doing it over and over again, Not to mention it, we're going to have more self-storage on that facility, some flex space warehousing for a couple of trucking companies, and then like a lounge. So it'll be like a truck stop without gas or without diesel. It'll have a lounge, showers, a gym, shared office space, free Wi-Fi, like coin laundry, all of the things that is convenient for a trucker when they're getting off the road, but also another thing that's going to help us level up above the other people, because don't nobody have all that stuff for free. So we're doing all that as a bonus just for paying to park there. So it's exciting, man, and looking forward to getting that going. That's Q1 24. So it's coming 90 days out, man. We're hitting the ground running, and be ready to scale it up and go to the next.
That's so hard.
It's exciting.
It's
exciting for sure.
Even how you found like the pain point, that's what they need. But then you're doing it at a.
That's how businesses are created. You see a need in the market, you feel it. You build it, they will come. So I saw the need, and like I said, it's exciting, man. And that's behind the scenes, honestly. That's probably about 10% of my time at this point. But we're still pushing and driving True Friends to the next level too while we're doing that. So got a few things under my belt, man. And every day it's just exciting to keep pushing in the real estate and moving and storage space for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's super iconic too, Chris. Like, so are you branding it the same way you branded True Friends, like as far as like colors, and is Park City the same?
Yeah.
Is that?
Oh yeah, it's going to be branded and scalable. Park City, USA. So we hope to have USA. 50 locations, over the next 10 years. No, it'll be orange and black.
Orange and black?
Yeah.
Where do you get that from?
The colors haven't really decided yet where I got the colors from.
You
But
just made it up?
yeah. For the truckers, man, I was looking at different brands and different tenants in that space, and there's two different other major players, and their colors. So there's already a blue and black white company, and then there's already a red and black. So for the theme and everything, you just got to stand out and be different.
Right.
Everything is about branding. Everything is memorable to a company, and that's the one that stood out this time. Still going kind of back and forth with that part though, so I hadn't 100% landed on the color theme.
Right.
But that's definitely the name. That's definitely the trademark. Everything like that for sure.
Yeah. So how have you stayed resilient during like tough times? I know it's no cake in the walk for you.
Yeah.
It started off. You overcame.
Yeah.
Since,
Luckily, man, I know how to operate lean. So
What do you
being
mean by
lean.
that?
Do what?
What do you mean by that?
Lean as in like, coming from nothing, is how to just operate on the bare minimum. So like if you need to scale back, and heck, if I don't need to even pay myself from time to time, it's like I'll be okay. I got enough other things going in the works to keep everything moving, smooth. But really real estate, investing back into real estate, like when times are good, we double down and invest into things that cash flow. So really, that'll keep us pushing through in tough times. Like the market, man, we see across the country, moving company owners are struggling right now. If real estate's down, moving's down. So being in that space, man, there's going to be a lot of people going underwater probably over the next year. And honestly, for me, I mean, it's will be a blessing because it's going to weed out a lot of the extra people that aren't doing things the right way. So the ones that are doing things the right way, putting enough back to the side and double down on what's working. We're just gonna come out ahead. That's literally why good times come out better for the people that prepare for it. So
hard times don't
we
matter.
saw it coming, and we're just getting prepared.
Yeah. You sound super Dundado, super boss man, weeding the people out of the way.
That's what's gonna happen, man. It's eat or get eaten.
Yeah. It's like that.
Yep.
And you know what? Even how you talked about like, man, I'll go without. I'll be okay. I might not pay myself.
Right.
All right, Chris, I'm telling you, that's self-control. You've tapped into a lot of these spiritual principles. I don't even think being conscious of it. That's one of the things. There's no law against that.
Yep.
You will dominate, but you got to have that. You got to have that, right? So now what I want to go into is just everything you do for the community. You're doing a lot for the community. I remember I called you one day and I was just like, man, something about giving back. You're like, man, we're always giving out. We do free booths for these people. Tell us about that. Tell us how you help out the community.
Yeah. So, we definitely try to give back always. So, our biggest organization that we work with is Safe Haven. The best thing about them is it's vetted people. So it's people that have already, done the research. The company we work with, it's for families that's been dishomed for whatever reason. Maybe it's domestic, financial, fire, whatever reason they're out of their home, they're displaced, they're starting over. And for that reason, man, we really like to pour back into them. We probably do at least a move a week with them. And that's probably one of our biggest charity organizations that we partner with. There's a couple more that we work with, but that's definitely the biggest that we're always excited to give back for. The thing we did the other day with the old friends,
the pit
senior dog sanctuary,
right.
That was amazing. So a big part of our community is dog lovers. Believe it or not, like not to get off subject, but like people will call us and say, we called you because we love dogs, or we saw the dog on the side of the truck. So man, dog peoples are loyal. Dog people are loyal through and through.
Loyal.
So of course we love dogs, we have dogs, but like giving back to a facility like that, 100% nonprofit. They only stay in business through charities, through donations. So I visited there the other day with my two daughters, man, and got to love on the older dogs. Best thing about it, not only when you foster a dog, they'll take care of the veterinary bills, grooming bills for the rest of their life. So that's a good thing, man, and kind of a unique opportunity for us to partner with, and that was a good turnout. It's someone that we will partner with for forever, really. Best part about it too, they're like a mile from my house, so love being close to the community. I'm in Mount Juliet, they're in Mount Juliet, so where you live and, where you do business, that's always most important to be, give back where you're at.
Right. Exactly. And that's amazing. How long have you been partnered with them?
Which ones?
Uh, Tell me their business name again. I want to say the dog
The
company,
Old
but
Friends Senior Dog Sanctuary. So
Old
them
Friends.
only about 2 weeks. Yeah,
Really?
that's new to us. Safe Haven for about
Safe
4
Haven, that's
years
what I
now.
meant.
Yeah, Safe Haven about 4 years now.
Okay, so what I want to know is what strategies did you implement to build this giant franchise that you have with True Friends? Like, I know, and kind of listening to you, you were kind of telling me about how you literally are giving back and you trained up this Tampa location, right? But
Yep.
what are you thinking? Like, how did you literally do it?
Okay, I mean, so constantly evolving. You're never when you're in business, nothing's ever done. The job is never over. Like we're consistently, fine tuning our model. Creating SOPs, policies, procedures, everything. We want to be like the Chick-fil-A of the moving industry.
You are that. You don't want to.
So we just want the same service to be delivered at every level. Like the same dispatcher they talk to, whether it's, one or the other, they're going to get the same answers. Whether it's one, crew leader at a job and one across town or one went out of state, they get the same answers, the same quality of service, pieces are wrapped the same. It's just about SOPs, man. I can't say that enough. As a new business owner, like as you're getting into business, follow those things and keep fine tuning your model, man. It's never over. It's just always more work to do. So looking at it that way and just always trying to be better than you were the day before. I mean, that's literally helped us just keep growing, keep evolving, really. It's about evolving. Companies come and go, and I swear it's because they don't evolve. I mean, look at Blockbuster, for instance, man. They didn't evolve, so they literally got eaten, and just I'm not gonna do that.
Right. Because Netflix definitely became digital. And
yeah, exactly. They dominated for sure.
They definitely did that.
They just didn't evolve.
They didn't evolve. Oh my goodness, that's so powerful. Right? What lessons have you learned along the way? I know you have to evolve, but just how long have you been as an entrepreneur?
Yeah. Well, we just celebrated our 11th year in business. I've always done sales, but like an actual business model, that was really my first
You've done
actual
all this
business.
in 10 years.
10 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's
I feel like I'm
crazy.
still in my infancy too. I mean, the things that I'm doing now, I'm just getting started, and I still feel like a young man. You
are, man.
Yeah. So I feel good, and business is young to me, so excited to just keep going, man.
Yeah, 10 years. Okay. So how do you balance all of this? You got so many moving pieces.
There is a lot going on. So
right?
Balance is probably the most misunderstood thing in business. I mean, it's all important and everything works together. How you do anything is how you do everything. So like I give my all to everything, whether it's family, weight training, eating healthy, reading, giving back to my community. Like I try to give all, and any extra time I get, it just all works together, man. At any time I'm really not doing one of those things. But it's all important to me, I'm at home every night for dinner, but I'm in the gym every morning too. I'm on, at work on time, but then again, I might, I'll also work on weekends. So I don't mind, man. It's all important to me, and nobody really feels neglected. That's what I like most. Like when I'm with you, all my time is with you, and I'm not in my phone. I'm not distracted, things like that, and that's what's most important. When I'm with my guys, it's one-on-one with them. When I'm with my wife, it's one-on-one with her. With my kids, like it's my kid time, it's my family time, and I'll forward my calls. Not even check my emails, not worry about anything else. When my time is, that's most important to look at, man, when it comes to balance. Because it's all important, but it's all like just divided your attention appropriately.
Yeah, focus. Oh my goodness, that's so powerful. Thinking about how you broke that down, just being a good steward of the moment, right? And I'm telling people gonna watch this. I already introed you. I'm like, man, Chris is it. I was telling them before we got here. I was like, man, Chris is it. There's some deceased people. I'd be like, oh man, I'm inspired by Abraham Lincoln, right? Or this person I just seen on the internet. No, man, you're really that in real life, right? So that's super amazing, and I can see why, right? So what do you think is next for you? Just in general, business, personal life.
I enjoy podcasts. You know, I enjoy telling my story. I enjoy, you know, different avenues of business and giving back. You know, that's huge. Also, I would love to write a book on, you know, kind of my story, my past, where I'm headed, and why, how others can do it too. You know, I've got a lot, you know, built up over the years that I would love to just put on paper. And you know, books will last this, you know, test of time, so
Forever.
they'll last forever. So I'm sure we'll get something like that going, and then just keep everything else moving forward as well. Like you said, a nonprofit. You know, we have True
saw.
Friends Giving. True Friends Giving. We're definitely it's going to be an add-on to what we're doing now. We're already doing it, but it's under True Friends Moving. So it's not, you know, it's not.
You need to file it.
Yeah, I need to file it.
That's
So
it.
giving back, you know, from the business, but it'll just be a more of a branded play with actual True Friends Giving, that maybe we can, you know, get a bigger rally with the community around it and build its own thing separate from True Friends Moving. Like I said, it just all works together, and just doing one piece at a time.
Yeah. So, okay. It's been a privilege having you here today.
Yeah,
Every time
likewise.
you talk, man, I'm super inspired.
Thanks for having me.
Nah, it's a privilege. It's a privilege. So, this is what I want you to do. I want you to leave our viewers with one thought. If there's anything that you could tell someone to take them to the next level, or just if this was your last word, what
Yep.
would you give them and what would you tell them?
A big thing I would say is, just go after your dreams and goals. Don't second guess yourself. If there's a passion inside of you or something that you want to do, but scared to do it, go after it. There's no bigger regret in life than just not going after what you wanted to do. So definitely do that, and just take the leap of faith, man. It'll go a long way. I'm telling you, and don't let anybody else talk you out of your own vision. So God gave you a vision that only you can see, and it's not meant for anybody else. So, you know, deliver it, go home with it. There's no nothing better I can say, really. I just wanted to add, you look me up. Facebook is Chris Knowles. Instagram is Chris Rolls. Look us up online, truefriendsmovingcompany.com. One of the fastest growing moving companies in the nation. If you need to move, pack, storage, local, long distance, we do it all. Look us up. And then Park City, USA coming soon. Look out for us in a city near you.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's Chris Knowles. I'm super excited. Hopefully you all took notes, really took heed to what he was saying, the jewels that he was dropping today. Make sure you all check us out every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I also want to say thank you to our sponsors at Got Success. Make sure you go to gotsuccessstore.com for everything success. Every week, we're coming with some sort of jewel to unlock your spirit and take you to the next level. I'll see you soon. Peace.